Hello, hello, folks. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. We are in holiday season, so I had to ask my wife, what day is it today? Is it Friday? Yeah, I got a live stream today, and we're here. We're here with a new scent from Fetti Says, Gentle Suede, and it's another unique, complex thing. You're not going to find anything else like this on the market. I know. We're going to go ahead and bring in Mr. Fetti. Hello, sir. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
You're
Glad
always
you're feeling.
Yeah, you're
Say
always
it
in a
again.
you're always in a different spot every time we do a video. Now you've got the nice brick wall, unless you have a
Yeah.
green screen and that's fake, but I think that's real.
Yes, it is. In my house by the kitchen, I have exposed brick.
Oh, very
So I thought
nice.
we could switch things up, provide an element.
Good deal. So you would tell me how excited you were for the holidays this year. You're in a new location, new house, all of that fun
Yes,
stuff.
absolutely.
D-
It's been amazing, and you just want to keep building on top of it. I'm focused on setting up the man cave soon, so that's something else to hold my attention going into the spring and the new year. So it's been awesome, enjoying every step of the way, man.
Nice. A man cave slash, I don't know, was that where you're going to do your product making and stuff too?
Yeah, possibly. Definitely as far as storing stuff, I could use
Mm-hmm.
the space. So, also slash entertainment center, entertainment room. That's what I'm gonna turn it into because I'm almost done with the living room. So now I'm gonna work my way into the basement. Maybe get some dresser drawers upstairs, some more wallpaper, stuff like that, little by little.
I hope I never have to move again. That is no fun. My wife and I, neither one of us are really good at decorating or like to do that stuff. So it's always a work in progress around here. But hopefully you're enjoying the process on that.
Absolutely. And what was interesting for me is I moved in the new year because I closed on my house like November 29th. So by January 2nd, I had to be in here. So moving from a different state, and then I'm still getting orders in. A lot of guys, they're smart. They take a little break, like,
Yeah.
okay, guys, it's going to shut down a couple weeks. We'll come back. And I don't really look into that. I'm like, okay, it's life, private. But maybe that's something I should have did because it was tough finding stuff and getting stuff out in time.
Well,
True north.
I'm glad you're making it work. But yeah, a lot of people would say we got to shut down for a month while we change
Yeah,
locations and set everything up.
yeah, crazy, but I made it happen.
All right, folks, let us know if you got a really cool Christmas present out there. And if you didn't get anything that you really liked, now's the time you can pick up something that you really like from Fetti Says. We'll go over that in just a second. My wife had a wild hair and she's like, I want to buy something. And she never buys anything. So she bought the MetaQuest virtual reality thing. Do you know what that
Okay,
is?
so it's like a VR.
Yeah, and you put it on as VR, and there's tons of games. It's almost like the Wii mixed with like a PlayStation. Like you can like get all of these cool games and play them in mixed reality, virtual reality. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah,
So,
that's the wave of the future. My brother-in-law bought those Ray-Bans that can
mhm.
you tap the side and play music and see different things. So that's the future, man. So I'm sure you'd having fun with that.
Yeah, it's fun. And like I didn't most of the time if I do a big purchase like that, I do all kind of research and get excited. My wife just did it. It's like okay, so now I'm digging into it now, which is fun. All right, guys, let me tell you about the deal going on. We've got a different code. So don't use my Banjo 20. It'll still get you 20% off if you happen to watch this after the fact. But if you use the code SUADE tonight, you're going to get, I think this is the biggest deal you've ever had where you do 26% off. Plus, you get a free 1 ounce oil of choice. And whatever scent you want in that free 1 ounce oil, you type that in at the notes there at the checkout. Is that correct? That's the way we usually do it.
Correct. Absolutely.
Awesome. And then we've got a brand new scent tonight. It is called Gentle Suede. And I love having Fetti on these live streams because he tells the inspiration and motivation behind these scents. And you get a little bit more than what you, well, in fact, you get a lot more than what you can read about on the website. So interesting to see how you put this one together. Originally, we were going to do a collab on that, and then it kind of went off in kind of different direction, which I'm fine with. But if you get the first run of labels, you may still have my picture on my little logo on that. But it just kind of went a little bit different direction, and like I said, I'm perfectly fine with that. And it's a really unique scent. I think a lot of you guys are really going to dig it. On the website, let me see if I can read it on the website. If I remember right, it's got orris root and saffron and
Yes.
something else. And we'll try to break that down. A lot of guys have been asking, are you going to do a video? Are you going to do a live stream? You're going to show, give my thoughts on it. I am in just a second. I'm going to let you take off with some of it because a lot of times you smell it and your brain can't process it. And then I start to read what's on the website, or I start to hear from the owner some of the stuff that's in it. And then your brain can start picking out those notes, but you can't until you actually hear it. Your brain's like spinning, going into overload, trying to figure out, now, what is this scent? What can I relate it to? Take off with it.
So I've been inspired all year from different type of fragrances. One, I collect fragrances. I would say more so of an enthusiast versus a collector. I get inspired from smells that are uplifting, mysterious, intriguing. Obviously, if it could take you back to a place in time, that's awesome, nostalgic. So the thought of that is one, I think, the amazing things on this earth, especially every day, if you can get inspired from stuff like that. It keeps you going, keeps me going. And it's been like body washes that I've been trying. One brand is this brand called Cremo
Mhm.
that has been coming up with different type of body washes. One of them was Palo Santo. The other one was Suede, and these had like gentlemanly, manly scents. Not so much the typical cologne scents that you would see in either fragrances, candles, or things of that nature. So it inspired me a lot. And one particular note that really was just kind of tapping me along the way was suede. And it's interesting because obviously suede is a derivative of leather. So for me, believe it or not, I don't really think of it as leather. To me, you have leather scents and you have suede scents. And I think with suede, for me, in my mind, it's more so of like a texture type of smell. It puts you in a certain mood versus leather. You may be thinking rugged, or something like that. But to me, suede goes into a different type of direction. It's more gentlemanly versus, again, leather. You may think rugged, you may think Harley, you may think someone that doesn't always follow the rules. With suede, again, gentlemanly, you may be thinking, okay, this guy has his stuff together. This guy takes care of himself. He grooms himself, and not to say that people that wear leather jackets and stuff don't, but I mean, to me, in my mind, that's the difference. So again, I wanted to go in a different direction, and I saw this as more so of an everyday scent. I didn't find quite that I had an everyday type of scent. Maybe a couple, but maybe I needed something more modern. And I felt this was it. I wanted to make sure I didn't put a fruit in it. That was number one. So that was the whole inspiration behind that. Coming up with a gentlemanly, manly, essential, everyday type of scent, but also something with character. So in this particular scent, you have at the base Palo Santo, sage, and lavender. Then in the mid, you have orris, which is a powdery type of note, a buttery type of note that gives some complexity to it, as well as you have iris, which is a plant that can be turned into a flower. I think the process of that is a few years. These plants have to age before chemists can put them in fragrances. So I always wanted to do something with that note. And then in the top note, you have ginger, you have saffron, and then you have ginger blossom, which is fantastic, which again helps to take it in a different direction. But I wanted to make sure that suede was still the main player, but all these other things playing in the background to give some depth to it. So I felt, again, gentle suede representing the gentleman, and suede for the texture being something smooth, something that, again, not everyone knows about, sort of something that would be gatekept for a gentleman who is trying to make a first impression, a gentleman who's letting you know that, okay, I just don't do everything that everyone else does. I do my own thing. So that's what I feel about suede, and that's what I feel about gentle suede. And the process was easy. My wife smelled it and she's like, "Oh my God, that's the one. You've never made anything like that. That's it." So that's kind of how it was like too, sending it to you, having the confidence in it, like, okay, this is it. I'm 98% sure and confident you're gonna like it, and this is gonna be the new banger. So that's my thoughts on it. The oils, I wanted to go out the box. Now, one oil I wanted to highlight, and then I'll let you do your thing, Brian, is sea buckthorn oil. Now, what's interesting about sea buckthorn oil, number one, is going to make your skin flourish. It's fantastic for the skin. So think of the skin underneath the beard is just going to thrive with it. And it gives it like a yellow orangey tint. I'll show you where um, it changes the complexion, because the one I got you is a different sea buckthorn oil because they
Hmm.
got out of stock. So this one has a new one. The filling beard's the same, but again, it's going to provide that tint in case people have questions, as well as with the butter I wanted to show you guys. So some people get thrown off, but really that's just the color of it, and it's fantastic for the skin. And I mixed it with ostrich oil as well as Abyssinian oil, which is fantastic. And you know I'm gonna always use Metaphone. So that was easy, but sea buckthorn oil is really one of my new favorite carrier oils.
Yeah, it's definitely a great blend on that. So let me give you some background here for some of this stuff, guys. So as you see, there's a lot more to it than what you see on the website. So you get the top notes, middle notes, bottom notes, and it's towards a cologne, but it doesn't have that richness to it. But it does have a little bit of that bite, kind of an earthy bite to it. It's hard to explain. You always make my I always have my work cut out trying to explain some of these scents. But let me go to the website here. I've got I got a few things pulled up just to go through about what some things might smell like. So suede, I think, is like a distant cousin of a leather, but it doesn't
Yes,
have the richness. You're right. It doesn't have the ruggedness to it. It's more velvety, so almost like you take a little bit of leather, but you put it like into a fabric, and you
yes,
get that kind of smell to it. It says it's soft, velvety, slightly leathery, with a subtle musky warmth, and I can get a little bit of musk out of it. It's not overly rich or sweet, as some scents are, and as you said, there's no fruit in it, which makes it to me more like an everyday scent, which is kind of what we talked about in the initial process, starting this.
yes,
So you did a great job with that. And a lot of your other scents can definitely be everyday scents, but my brain says if it's got a fruit and it smells a fruit way, I don't want to wear that same fruit every day. I want to mix it up. And this one is a little more earthy, a little bit more. It's got some wood notes to it with the orris kind of root that I want to talk about next. So the orris smell. It says it's sweet, powdery, floral aroma with hints of violet, raspberry, pepper, and carrot, which is kind of interesting. But it's the dried root part to that it's a little bit, maybe just a hair bitter, but it's also got some sweetness with it too at the top. So, like I said, it doesn't have anything like amber that's like that buttery richness from below. It's more top notes and earthy notes and wood notes, is what I get out of it, with a little bit of that distant cousin with that suede in there that's kind of hard to place. So that's that one. And then saffron Can be floral, musky. It can be a little bit honey-like or hay-like or earthy or spicy or tarred even. So a lot of different things mixed in, and you put that little bit of iris in it. A lot of those floral notes are in your upscale colognes. This one does not smell, like I said, it doesn't smell like a cologne, but it's back down a little bit with more of an everyday kind of earthy, kind of woodsy kind of scent there. So you did a great job with it for sure.
Thank
But you do need to be a fan of suede. If you've never smelled suede, try it out and see if you like it. If you like leather, you probably will like suede, but it's definitely two different things there. It's hard to explain suede if you've never smelled it in a beard oil scent. But that's kind of my take on it. How'd I do?
You did great, and those are the elements that I wanted to have in it. If you notice, like the label, everything's a detail, everything's a story. So the label is cowhide.
Hmm.
So to be exact, suede is what's underneath the cow's skin. So that's why it's smoother than leather. So that's where you're getting the velvet from.
Hmm.
Um, Again, I don't know why, like the scheme of like again, cowhide. I love like the color of like the brown and white. Sometimes you get cows that's that color. I thought that was awesome, and it would get intrigue people, eye candy, so to speak. So that's why I was going with that, and I felt again it would exemplify um, the gentleman, the distinguished gentleman, the quiet gentleman, the one that just kind of takes care of business. He doesn't brag too much, and he just gets stuff done.
Yeah. And it's not the strongest scent, but it's got a nice medium and it's got some good length to it, some good longevity. I see a couple people here in the chat that already has it, so I'd love to hear them talk about it a little bit more. I know Tommy's got it, and then I think Frankie J's got it too. Let me know what you guys think on it. It's hard to describe scents that Fetti comes out with because they are unique and it does have a lot of different things put together. It's complex. You're going to smell it if you wear it one time and then you wait a week and wear it again, you're going to pick up different notes, I think. That's the way I felt
Yeah.
about it. I wore it one time and then waited a few days and wore it again and then threw some in just a second ago. And so you definitely get some different notes throughout the day and very complex. So great job on that.
Thank you. Um, I gotta work on a candle for this one too. I was thinking that automatically. I wanted it to be like a candle also that, you get off of work or had a long day, you're relaxing, you're watching a little TV, maybe on a couch, you cut that candle on, and it's just aromatherapy, very relaxing. So I wanted it to be something like that where like, okay, I'm gonna match a candle with it.
Awesome. So let me, for those who just came in, we got 20 folks in here. So thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas here and we're keeping the party going today. We got a really good deal going on. You want to use that code right above me there, Suede. Gets you 26% off. Plus you get a free 1 ounce oil of choice. And we'll talk about some of those. I think most of the time you have all the stuff in stock. Have you ever like had one to be discontinued? It seems like every scent you come out with has just been so good that you've just been able to keep it on the website, or maybe you're able to keep stock. You have your labels and your scents and stuff that go with it.
Yeah, it really depends on the inventory. For the most part, I tend to um, have things readily available when it's actually in stock. Sometimes I don't find out I'm out of stock until I'm actually making it. And what I'll do is, and Frankie J could attest, I'll DM you or I'll send you a text and let you know, hey, I don't have this, but is there anything else you would like as an alternative? Or I'll throw in a free butter or something like that, just to come up with a solution and accommodate best way I can. But yeah, rarely. 9 out of 10 times, whatever you see in stock, I have. So the 1 ounces are pretty much anything on the site you can get in a 1 ounce.
All right, so make sure you get your orders in, and we'll pin them down a little bit on maybe when the deal is going to go off if you're catching this late. But let's take a look at the website here, and just to make sure you guys know how to find this, we've got oil and butter you can get it in. So you can go to the drop down menu, and then you can go to beard oil. And then when you go by the sorting, and it doesn't show up on your screen here, but it does on mine, this drop down menu, you go sort by latest, and that'll get you to all the new stuff will come up first. So there's the oil, and then also all the other recent releases. You've had a bunch of releases this year. You've been keeping it rolling.
Yes,
I
I
can't.
try to, man. There's always something new, inspirations, just trying to keep up with the times and things that's going on for the holiday. I want to always have something going on.
Yeah. And then you've come out with some new things this year. You've come out with the sampler pack that people have been wanting you to get come out with. So let's see. You've got oil and butter. Is it available on the combo page too yet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So you can get the combo page. You can go by latest, sort by latest, and that'll come up there for you. All right. So it depends on if you want a 1 ounce oil or a 2 ounce oil, and it's only $2 difference. So I'd go ahead and get the big 2 ounce oil and be set. And I've heard this a couple of times here already this evening that the women folk love it. You said your wife loved it. Frankie J's wife loves it. I think Tommy said the same thing when he first chimed in, if I remember correctly. So that's always good to know that the ladies like it as well.
Oh yeah. Once they approve, then we can kind of go all the way, get the butter, get the wash, the
Yeah,
conditioner,
go ahead and
and
get the two
again,
ounce while you're at it. Right.
exactly, because again, it's a staple. It's something I think at least I always go back to as well. Like you did, you took a few days off, you went back to it, revisited. It's never something that you could toss in the garbage or give away because it's kind of like a mass appealing yet intriguing type of scent. So yeah, man, once the wife loves it, I know I'm in the household. So that makes me feel good. And if my wife didn't respond the way she did, I probably would have tried a few more different iterations.
Yeah, well, I tell you, you never want to throw away or give away Fetti scents. I've got 14 sitting here, and I don't usually keep around scents, especially after a year or so. But in this particular case, I've got a lot of them here, including some that we're going to be giving away in just a minute. So let me know if you're interested in a giveaway. Which one do you want to do first? You said I won't say out loud which two we're doing, but you said one. Which
Okay.
one do you want to do first? We'll talk about
Um,
that scent a
not,
little bit.
not the purple one, but the other one.
All right. So we've got one of my favorite, Brooklyn Tea Party. There's not enough tea scents on the market. This is a really good one. It's got that richness to it on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one's got a little bit more of that buttery, smooth richness to go along with it. It's a very good one. If you've tried Brooklyn Tea Party, let us know how you like that one in the comments. So we're going to be giving away a 1 ounce oil of that. And do you have a particular way to do it? You just want to do the random number generator?
Yeah, we could do that. That
All
always
right.
works.
So get your favorite number between 1 and 12 and go ahead and put it in the chat. And the way we do these is if there's more than one person that guesses the right number, we're going with the second person on the list. So if you have any strategy involved with that, you may want to hesitate a minute. Well, it's like, wait a minute, is somebody else going to get this number? I'm going to go second.
Mhm.
But then you might
So
wait too
just to
long
let
and you
y'all,
might be third.
that's right. I just want to let y'all know. So the inspiration for Brooklyn Tea Party, it's black tea, it's buttered rum, which
There
will
you
give
go.
that honey effect, but something different. And then there's a top note of lemon. I also feel this is an underrated gem. I also feel this is very underrated. You can wear this all year round. Most of my scents, I feel that way personally. I personally wear them whenever I feel like wearing them. But also, again, I think this is something that's going to complement anything else that you like to wear, whether it's aftershave, whether it's cologne, whether it's a certain body butter. The Brooklyn Tea Party should go well. It's not going to try to fight for the number one spot, so to speak. And I just love it, the feeling beard. And I think more people need to know about it.
Yeah, that one's another one. It is a little bit rich with that buttered rum in it, but other than that, it would be like an everyday scent because it's not like fruit. It's not really, specialized one way or the other. Besides the, like I said, the buttered rum part to it.
Right, and there's green tea extract in there, which is also unique. You're not gonna find that in many beard oils, if at all. And as well as horsetail oil, which is from a plant that also helps with hair restoration. Great for the skin, great for the hair. Overall, just a very healthy blend. So I think that's something that most people can enjoy.
All right. So I don't see any winning numbers, so we're going to have to go again. The winning number, I'm going to double check again, was 11. And we see no
Mm.
11s. So we're going to have to go one more time. Let's go 50 through 60. 50 through 60. Put in your favorite number. 50 through 60. You got big plans for New Year's, Fetty?
Um, if I can stay local, or I might be back in New York. My wife, believe it or not, is busy around this time of year. She's a makeup artist, so
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
lot of stuff on New Year's where there's day parties and big annual things that people kind of go all out with, clammed up with. So she makes a lot of money and does well for herself between New Year's Eve and New Year's. And New York, I might have to follow her out there to spend some time with her while the ball drops. Ideally, I would like to be here, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm gonna make the best of it for sure. What about you?
I'll go to bed at 9 o'clock like I always do.
Oh man, you gonna leave us hanging?
It's the way I always do. Yeah,
And
50
what
through
time you get
60.
up?
What time do I get up? About 5 o'clock in the morning. So 9 to 5.
Oh, see that
That's
if
my
you're
8 hours.
focused, that's what you should be doing. Yeah,
Yeah,
5
I
a.m.
said 50 through 60, and then I had a lot of people guessing higher than that. They might have just, came in late and just started throwing in numbers. And in fact, we may have to go one more time. I'm going to double check. And the number was 60, and nobody got it.
Wow,
Man,
tough.
that's all right. Makes it more, you're still in the game though, right? You're still in the game.
That's right.
Let's go 90 through 100. 90 through 100. We're going to get a winner this time. I feel it.
Let's go. Go.
90 through 100. We're trying to give away stuff, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, man. You don't want any more Christmas gifts?
After we finish this giveaway, you can tell me a little bit more about what you've got coming up and coming down the road. I know I heard you say the word candle earlier. And I know you got some other
Yeah.
stuff coming
That.
as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's definitely been on the horizon for a while. I kind of gotta shut things off, even if it means that I hold off on a new scent until I get this right. It feels like it because there's too many distractions. That's why I haven't been able to really lock in and do it.
Yeah, it sounds like you got to wait till after New Year's, and then you're getting more settled in your house, and then usually January and February, cold weather and that kind of stuff. You kind of you can hibernate a little bit and kind of
Yeah,
figure out some things.
absolutely. It's crazy. Even this one took a while longer than I expected to drop. So sometimes life happens.
Yep, guys, we've got a winner
Yes.
because the number was 97, and it was actually the
Ooh,
very first number that came through after I announced it. I
wow.
think, which was Randy R. Do you know
Nice.
Randy?
Yes, Randy. Happy holidays. I think he won a giveaway or something before, prior live stream. So I think that's the same Randy.
Nice.
Hope
He's
all is well, my friend.
he might be on a lucky streak then.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first started joining the community, and there were some giveaways and stuff, and I think I won like two close together, and then the rest of the time I didn't. But I don't need giveaways anymore, so we're going to keep rolling here and trying to help everybody else out.
That's
Hey,
right.
everybody's congratulating Randy. Do you have Randy's information, Randy? Are you on Instagram? You can send a message. We'll make sure to get you all hooked up. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. So he must have won before. So great.
Yes. I think too, he was talking about he needed like a blend that really, really works for his beard. So I hope that I ended up sending him out a blend, a customized one, and I hope that ended up working for him. I
Yeah, let
believe
us know,
so.
Randy, how that worked for you. I can't remember what scent you won. You let us know how you like that. I have never found. I know you switch your blends up just a little bit from just. I think you do it just to keep it interesting for yourself. It's one of the reasons. But I've
Yes.
never had any blend that you've ever sent me out of all. I don't know, about 20 different things you've sent. All of them have been great. I know you wouldn't put out anything that wasn't.
Yeah. I test everything out. That's why I attested to the sea buckthorn oil, because I'm sure most people haven't heard of that. And it's important to let people know, like, look, bottom line, this is what you're gonna get out of it,
Hmm.
going forward. So that's why I wanted to highlight that. Definitely sea buckthorn oil along with ostrich, and then metafoam, and of course obsidian. There's a fan club for that oil. So we already know how that does, but everything in unison really provides a nice experience.
Absolutely. All right. So you said the word candle earlier. Tell me how that process is going. I know it's on your long term goals to get that on your website.
Right. It's not as easy as you may think
I don't
because
think
it's a
any
lot
of
of
it's
trial
easy.
and
I
error.
have never tried any of this. I would never say any of this stuff is easy. Never.
First of all, you want to make sure that the burn time is decent, that it doesn't burn too fast. You want to make sure you have the right wicks, the wooden parts that are inside of the candle. You want to make sure that stays long enough that you can light it versus it melting down too small. You could do that halfway through if it's not the best wick. And the smell staying present throughout the duration of lighting it. Sometimes that goes by fast. There's a different measurements in the oils that go in the candles versus beard oils. So you can't just say, all right, I used a couple of drops in the beard oil, so I used a couple of drops in the candle. There's certain measurement and formulas that go into that. So definitely it's about constant testing, and then worrying about packaging it properly where it can get in full intact to the customer. So I've been testing all that out.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be a long process. I've had some candles like that, and as you said, the wick after you burned it once or twice, the wick was so small you basically had to like dig out the wax to get it down far enough where you could actually burn it.
Exactly. So I want to make sure that again it's in line with everything else and it's easy to use and worth the price point you're paying and matching and complementing the
Have you
beard
figured out what
oil.
size you're gonna make in the candle? Have you figured that part out?
It's probably going to be about 4 ounces,
Okay.
maybe six, depending. But that range, not too
Yeah,
small, not too
that's one of
large.
those. That's one of those where if you really like it, you want a big old 12 ounce, or if you don't like it, then you not so much.
Right. And once I get it right, I'll try to have options like that. Especially if you love something like white apple bourbon or something like that. You want to light it up every day. You want it to last a long time.
Yeah,
That would be great.
some companies make the little
Depends on
wax melts instead. Have you looked at those? The
Mhm.
wax melts where you don't need to. You just put it in a little warmer, and you don't have to have a wick and stuff in it.
No, I didn't know about that.
Yep, you want to check
Wax.
into it. Yeah, it's
Okay.
basically you take your candle and you put it into a little thing and makes little cubes. So yeah, just
O-
Google wax melts and you'll see.
Okay. Yeah. If it's easier to do and lasts longer and it's convenient for the consumer,
I think it's a
I'll
good
definitely.
option because they're little bitty chunks, and you just put it in a little warmer, and you can use it for a day or two, usually a couple of times you can use it, and then you can switch it out to something else.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'll send you some information if you can't find it, but it should be pretty easy to find. Anybody else out there use wax melts, or your significant other does on that? Let's see. What else have people begged you for? I'm going to put you on the spot here. Colognes. People begged you for colognes, cologne spray.
Yes.
And you mentioned it
I'm
before
working
on
on
one of
that
these
too.
live streams. So that's what's going to throw it out there and ask.
Yeah, I'm actually part of the fragrance community. So I've been making sure that my I's are dotted, my T's are crossed as far as full disclosure. Um, before the FDA gets involved, they're starting to get involved next year in these things. So I've been making sure things are in order. Then that, I think even more so is the packaging. The packaging really has to be at a certain standard, as opposed to the beard oil. As far as I got to decide if I want to do boxes, if I want to have like containers that come up, making sure it's tightly placed when it's in there, and again, still providing that luxury quality. So I've been getting things piece by piece. Then, with the alcohol contents that you put in that and matching regulation for the amount, making sure people don't have skin irritations. I'm taking it a little further versus a typical spray you might see.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually going to be an auto parfum.
Okay.
Um, it's going to be a high oil concentration, so it's going to last long. And again, it's going to be even more robust than the beard oils and the beard butters. So I'm trying to make sure that it's sort of like a package deal. So you get an oil butter combo with the cologne. Um, and again, it's going to be like an official cologne that can complement your favorite Fetti Says beard oil. So it's a
Gotcha.
lot that
So,
goes
so
into
it's not
that.
going to be a toilet spray. You're going to get the Eau de Parfum.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a
Definitely
huge, huge difference.
longevity. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, and I knew you were in the fragrance community and how much you love those fragrances, and some of them I know have inspired different things that you've done with some of your other scents. Anyway, so I knew when you, if and when, or I'll say when you finish that and you make them, I know they're going to be great.
Absolutely. Fragrance community has been very good to me, and I learned a lot from them as well as they have been benefiting a lot from Fetti Says and beard care. They weren't exactly sure what routes to take. They're not on YouTube like us talking to
Right.
other fellow beardsmen, so to speak. They're kind of like, okay, is it really worth getting? I know I need something, but I think based on my collections and my journey of fragrances, they trust and admire my taste. So then they become more trustworthy to try these beard products. And once they see that can benefit them as well and not clash with their current cologne collection, that makes them a little bit more um, a little less
Mm-hmm.
apprehensive on trying it. Now they know it's a thing. And just like they have a fragrance community, now they know that, oh wow, there's a beard community too. So if I have issues or questions with my beard, there's other people out there who may have similar journeys that can help me on it. It's a thing. So and now you have body oils which have been increasing in body butters within the fragrance community, because the more you moisturize with your skin and body, the more projection you can get from the colognes that you wear. Um, you can make them last longer, so to speak. So it's all connected. So it's like when I got started with Fetti Says, and it's just God that led me into the direction of fragrance community, because I'm all about self care. It's connected. If you want to be clean, you like grooming yourself, sooner or later you're gonna find about these other things. So when I got introduced to the fragrance community, I never once told them that I do beard care. We just had a commonality of collecting fragrances
Mm-hmm.
and experiencing and sharing experiences, and then they started seeing like, wait a second, you do this? I have to support you, or I know it must be good because you have great taste in your fragrances. So it really tied in, and a lot of people that have fragrances, as you would imagine, have beards. So again, now they have an outlet or a place to go to. I met a lot of people too that's in the bearded community that started getting into fragrances.
Mm-hmm.
No one shout
I've
out
seen that
names,
too.
but Bearded Wiley, that metal guy is starting to get into
Mm-hmm.
fragrances slowly. He asked me questions about how to get involved. Um, Mark Brown, he's told me he started getting into fragrances. So, I mean, again, to me, it's all about self care. And as long as you care about that, men are into it more, the more we're going to keep finding these different things, and it helps us and it helps people around us. So it's just a cool, awesome thing.
Yeah, these small communities are great. Everyone I've been a part of, a lot of different things over the years, and they've all been great. And I love finding people who like to share their experiences, and it's a give and take thing. And if you truly have the passion like you do for it, it's really cool.
Absolutely.
Guys, we got one more giveaway to do in just a little bit, but I want to hear you. Let me know in the comments which one of your Fetti Says favorite scents do you think would make the best cologne? Which one would you have?
Yeah.
Do you have one that
That's
Fetti that's like it's like, oh, I really want to make this in a cologne. I think it would go really good.
well, one, the fragrance community has really. It's a shame I gotta get this to you. This is one of my older scents, Gold Snow, which is a cherry vanilla oud scent.
Mm-hmm.
People have been gravitating a lot to that. I guess people love cherry, but it's
I love
still one of my
cherry.
top sellers. Yeah, so like I came out with that scent 5 years ago. Mango Tango, I love Kevin. That's still one of my favorite top five Fetti Says beard scents that I go with. Mango Tango, always, any time of the year. But I was thinking Happy Hour. I was definitely thinking Gentle Suede.
Guess what I had in my
Yes,
hand? Happy hour.
yes. And ginger is one of the main notes in there, and ginger is a very popular, versatile note, because it's providing that freshness, it's giving that spice, it's giving that character to something. So I think that's what I love about that the most, and people gravitate to that as well. So definitely those three. Everything else, we gotta see, but definitely I'm thinking Gentle Suede. I'm definitely thinking of what's the name of it? Happy Hour,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Chocolate Coffee Oud, maybe Gold Snow. But yeah,
Yeah, when you make candles, I definitely want a white apple bourbon and a chocolate coffee oud, and a candle would be awesome too.
yes, that's dope, and that's definitely Chocolate Coffee Oud got me into like niche fragrances, out of the box experiences. I think it's a fragrance by Tom Ford called Black Orchid.
Mm-hmm.
um, that really gave me the idea of, okay, let me start coming out with scents that are not your everyday scents, but might work well together if you play with them. And once I did that, and you gravitated, because that's one of the first scents I sent you. You didn't really know me from Adam, so it was risky me giving you that type of scent for a first impression for a company, and you were like, wow, never say never. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm onto something.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you do set yourself apart because you are creating these things from scratch. You're mixing everything together. Everything that you send out is got multiple layers to it, so it's complex and it's different. And me, who smelled well over 1,000, 1,500 cents at this point, it stands out. And that's what that's something that's always good that I'm looking forward to highlight to my viewers to share. It's like, okay, you guys need to check this out. This is different. This is good. This is complex. And then having you on the screen on these live streams, I think really helps too, that people can see that passion and hear a little bit more about behind the scenes and what goes into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, I like that I can go out the box, but not make it too off-putting where 1 out of 3 million will like.
Hmm.
I'm glad it works out that way where people really get surprised.
Well, Tommy says his current favorites are Autumn Spice and Plum Fig, but he's got
Autumn
40.
Spice is another one that is slept upon, especially for this time of year. You like fall scents. It's sweet potato souffle in there. There's pumpkin in there. There's white musk in there. There's cardamom in there. And again, it provides that rich butteriness that is great for the holiday, especially Thanksgiving, Halloween. Even now, depending on how cold it is, there's leaves falling on the ground. That's when you feel like putting that on. And that carrier blend, again, the squalene oil, the ostrich oil, is phenomenal.
Awesome. Speaking of Plum Fig, you want to give one away?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? We'll give away a Plum Fig oil in just a second. By the way, don't forget that the deal tonight is use the code SUEDE, gets you 26% off of your entire order, plus you get a 1 ounce free oil of choice. All right. You may want to pick up the new one, Gentle Suede, or you may want to pick up Plum Fig. Tell us a little bit about Plum Fig before we give it away here.
Man, this is one that's really big in the fragrance community.
I bet it
Believe it or
is.
not, fragrances with plum, a lot of people fall in love with that note for this time of the year. It's like a dark, rich, um, flavorful type of scent. And what I did was I wanted to make it smoky, so but subtle smoky, not too much.
Yeah, it's very
So in the
subtle.
base, you have, yeah, you have in the base you have smoke more so in the dry down. You have some woods like myrrh and a little frankincense,
That's
and
it. That's
then
what I was smelling. I was like, is that like it's got hemp seed oil? Am I smelling the hemp seed? That's a little bit woodsy and earthy, but no, it's
yeah,
frankincense and myrrh. That's it.
right. And then I added some plum and fig in there, of course, but it was kind of faint. So I decided to add a little Concord grape in the mid to sort
Yep.
of uplift, bring out that plum a little more. So it's definitely becoming very popular. I wanted to make sure people take advantage of that one way or another. So that's how I made my choices with these giveaways this time around. I wanted to make sure it was something that would kind of shock people, not expect of what they would normally go for, and kind of give them a good experience.
All right, folks. Now's your chance to get one for yourself. Your Plum Fig. We're going to give away a 1 ounce oil, and we're going to do another random number generator. And once again, if we have multiple people guess the right number, we're going with the second person on the list that comes across my screen. Only go once, and we're going 1 through 10. 1 through 10. We should get one. We got 21 people, so you would think chances are somebody's going to get the right number.
Yeah, I would also add too, as far as the carryover blend on that, there's black seed oil, there's pumpkin seed oil in there, as well as there's hemp seed oil in there. And I think for those that have maybe even thicker beards with the Indian castor oil,
Mm-hmm.
it works great. But I would say salt and pepper beards, I've been getting good responses, as well as thicker coarse beards. So it's a great blend for that. On top of the scent, it's very easy on the nose.
Absolutely. I can agree with all of that. And as I said before, none of the blends you've sent me have been bad. All of them have been really, really good. I was trying to think. Most of them are pretty much the same consistency. Maybe one was a little thinner and then one was a little thicker, but pretty much you stay in the
Yeah,
middle.
I think medium is for most audiences is likely to work.
Yeah. Josh has got a thick beard. He says that Indian castor works.
Yes,
All right,
that's I
folks.
use to use that more than Jamaican castor.
We're going to go back here and check. I believe I saw a correct answer. The number was
Let's
5. So we're going to see how many people may have 5. So we've got Robert was the first one, and we're going to see if there's another one. There was Brandon. Brandon Hazlitt was the second one with a 5. So he is the winner of the
Ooh,
Plum Fig
Brand,
oil. Brandon,
the
have you?
name looks new.
I was getting ready to say, are you new to Fetti Says? That's going to be great for you.
Congrats, Brandon.
Yep, Brandon stole it. That's okay. You guys can still get that good deal on that. And Brandon, are you on Instagram? Can you send Fetti a message there? If not, we'll get you hooked up with a email address or something. Make sure you can get your winnings.
Absolutely would need that address. Congrats, and I definitely hope you like it.
Yep, he says he is on Instagram. He's going to send you a message. So be looking for
Great.
that. Great. Congratulations, everybody. He's excited. I'm excited for you too. And by the way, you all can get a free gift if you want. All you have to do is place an order, use the code SUEDE, get 26% off, and then you'll get a free 1 ounce oil, and you can try another scent. You can't decide. You're like, I kind of want this one. I think I'm going to like it, but I'm not sure. You can get it for free if you want. Pick out something you know you like, and then go out on the limb and try That's what I do with free stuff sometimes. I get a gift card or something, like I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try something that I'm not sure about.
Yeah, but it doesn't cost you.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't.
I agree
It's
with
not going to
that.
feel like you're burned and you lost your money.
Hmm. That's the route I would take.
Very good. Yeah, Tommy says you're going to love it. I agree with that. So, is there anything else you want to talk about as far as stuff coming up for the new year? I knew you were working on another scent. You just said you were kind of working on one there in the background, but you're going to hunker down and get through the holidays and maybe work on those
Yeah,
candles first.
I might still work on it. I've been kind of, in a good way, been swarmed with a lot of orders. So I'm
That's a good
still
thing.
getting orders. Yes. So for January, I'm gonna definitely try to get out another scent and then lock into the candles. And I think that'll give me enough of time maybe where the next scent can come out in the springtime. Because that's around the corner. So it can give me a little buy time to get things done and be ready for the spring.
Excellent. Guys, if you have any questions about anything, let us know here, and then we'll end it here in just a minute because I don't like talking. I don't know why I do these things. I don't even like talking. I'm a big old introvert. I just like being helpful. So if I can help you guys out or help show Fetti off for you guys to meet, I like providing my platform to do that whenever I can. I always think it's better to hear from the horse's mouth, and you can see the passion and everything that goes into these small batch beard care companies for sure.
Absolutely. I appreciate that so much.
It's been a good
You talk
combination.
just enough. So,
That's just enough. I gets out of my
yeah,
comfort
give
zone.
people the information they need, and you're not over talking, or it's not like awkward moments.
Yeah,
It's
that's
flow.
yeah. The live streams are definitely different. The videos that I make, I've got them down over the years, so I really try not to waste anybody's time because I don't like my
Mhm.
time wasted. So I try to get on there and not ramble for 3 minutes and say, okay, Lou, I'm going to get right to the point, and it's been 3 minutes since me rambling.
Yeah, it happens.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. By the way, I do have some more videos I need to make. I'll do one to kind of recap everything from 2024 there about my YouTube videos. But I got to make another one on my hair. How's my hair looking?
It's looking good, man. I don't see anything out of place. So you've been consistent and it's been showing.
Yeah,
Uh,
everybody's. I'm getting lots of comments, like even online, but also in person. People that hadn't seen me for a couple months. All my students that are like, I teach 10th grade, but the 11th and 12th will come back to my room and they'll go, "Oh, your hair looks so good." Like, yeah, I'm trying now. No, but
yeah,
I've almost covered my bald patch in the back. I'll give you a little spin around. You can take a look.
yeah, yeah. You wouldn't know there was ever anything there.
I know
Looks
it's like
great.
I don't feel like I have a bald patch back there. I got about half of it's comb over, but because my hair's longer, but it's definitely regrowth. So that's interesting. That's what I do with my channel is whatever I'm interested in at the time, whatever I'm researching and learning. That's what I'm going to share. So I'll probably do a few more of the hair restoration kind of videos and stuff because they've gone over well. People have enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important and it's it's happening. So it's something everybody's trying to figure out, and they don't want to waste a lot of money and stuff like that. So
But
you're helping with
it's
things.
another thing like growing your beard when you let it's something that you're doing to take care of yourself, men's health and that kind of stuff. So I mean the same thing there with your hair. I've never really tried growing my hair longer to do anything with it. So now I'm like using hair dryers and pomades and all that stuff. It's kind of interesting.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. It's good to switch it up though.
It is. It is. Well, we'll keep it coming at you, and I'm sure in 2025 we'll see Mr. Fetti back on the screen here. I hope it's always a fun
Yeah,
time.
absolutely. But keep coming with the sense and just keeping up with chasing the time and running out of time and then life happening and then realizing you can't do everything at once. So pacing yourself.
And
It
that's
might
okay. That's okay. And as long as you got to make you say, okay, that's okay. I'm doing all I can do, and I don't need to overstretch here. But I am going to put you on the spot here for this one. We didn't talk about how long the code is good for. I know sometimes you let those go like over the weekend, but this is like a really big discount. You don't usually do 26% off and a free oil. So
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
Um, I'm thinking I'll let it go until Monday.
Okay, so we'll roll through the weekend. So I will try to do a short little video for you if I can tomorrow. I got some other stuff going on and all of that, but I'll try to make a little video that way people can watch it in like 3 minutes instead of trying to go back through this whole live stream to figure out what's going on and when. But we'll make some posts over on Instagram as well. Hope you guys pick up some stuff and get something free and something new. And let's see. Oh, Joshua Andrews said he just made a purchase. He's excited to use the plum fig, and Gentle Suede is what he's going for. So great. Let us come back
Awesome.
on here and let us know what you think about that, Joshua.
Absolutely, Josh. Thanks so much for the support. Happy holidays.
Yeah, and I know you love hearing back from your customers, right? You don't hear back from everybody. Sometimes it just goes out there, and you don't know if they like it or not. But a lot of times you get repeat orders. But I know you always like it and getting that personal feedback and response, because that's another reason you do it. And I like it when you say you give it to guys out on the street, some guys that come and order from you, and you used to pick it up from you there in New York, and you watch them on the video, and you're like, oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really all about my character. What you guys got to understand is, in real life, outside of Fetti Says, I was a banker for over 10 years, and you get scored and you get graded on the experience that you provide for a customer. So if a customer has a complaint or something like that, um, I was used to it being counted against you, as well as because I'm a cancer, I'm a good person. If someone has an issue with me or doesn't like something, I've always been one that tries to fix the situation. Sometimes I make the situation worse, right? Because sometimes you just gotta let it go and kind of move on forward and learn your lesson. But I've always been the guy was like, okay, I want you to have a great experience. You know, I'll celebrate the W later, but it's about you coming back. If you buy it one time, it's a temporary fix. Money comes and goes. And when you're small batch companies, any company, you have to reinvest the money you earn. So it's not so much about the money, but you providing a good experience, being very pleased, coming back, referring people. Um, that's what it's all about. And then you develop a sort of friendship with certain customers, and it's also a good way to get feedback because not everybody likes filling out surveys.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck trying to reach out to them, trying to get a response. If you notice on my website, there's not a lot of reviews because I mean, me personally, I don't like doing reviews or surveys. You know, sometimes it could be tedious, but it's all about experience. When I travel and I go to hotels, I want to get treated properly. If I'm spending a certain dollar amount, I want the experience to match that. And everybody deserves to be satisfied. So that's what I do, and that's what it's all about. Give me 1 second. Doorbell's ringing. Sorry, I
That's
didn't
it.
expect that.
We didn't end it in time, guys. The doorbell's ringing. We'll
Who?
end, So don't forget, use the code SUEDE, get 26% off in the free oil. And thanks for all the kind words there in the comments, guys. I hope you really enjoy the products. I feel like we're spying on him when he's going to the door. Yeah, that's great,
Yeah,
Josh. I
actually,
wish more people were like you that love doing those reviews. But yeah, any way you can give feedback and help spread the good word is good. I felt like we were spying on you there because you know going to the door and doing your own thing there.
yeah, I actually ordered some supplies to get these orders out, and I forgot
Hey,
coming. So yeah, they knocked on the door. I'm like, okay, good. I'm still expecting more bottles so I can get out these beard oils. But definitely, yeah, that's what it was. I forgot.
Yeah, we was ear hustling, is what Joshua said. We were. So we're gonna let you. We're gonna let you go so you can get to work making all these orders, guys. Don't forget to make your order if you haven't. And hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's coming up and finish celebrating out the holidays. And a great 2025 coming up. And I know you'll hear more from Fetti in 2025. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Happy New Year, everyone. If I don't see you before, thank you so much for your support in 2024 and all the best. Take care.
See you guys.